friends, and welcome back to another video. This is Flower Heart Plans. My name is Harley, and today is going to be a plan with me where we decorate and set up the upcoming week in my catch-all planner, which is a B6 horizontal plans by Just Scribble planner. And we are going to set up the weekly dashboard and the daily pages like we always do. And to do that, I have this sticker book, which is an oldie but a goodie. It's the Floral Sticker Book by Recollections. This was sold at Michael's years ago, and I've used some of it, but I still have this collection of stickers to use. And I actually have two of these sticker books that I pulled stickers from because these were on sale when they had these at Michael's. They had these plus the washi tapes plus paper pads on sale where you could buy one, get one free. So I have duplicates of this sticker book, which is why, even though I've used this theme before, I have quite a bit left over. Then we have washi tape that matches it, which is cute. And then I just pulled some pink washi tapes from my collection. So these are solids that I got from Amazon. So there's not a lot on the roll, but I'm actually fine with that. So we have those. Then I have this by Simply Gilded. I thought the flowers would kind of match, if not the colors match. So we're good there. And we can get started. I have a Zig Clean Color dot marker that I might use, some mild liners, and we are going to turn to the week that we are going to decorate. So today is Saturday the 31st. I did decorate the February monthly calendar. I'm actually going to zoom in because I'm quite far away. So I filmed the decoration of this calendar. And now we are going to move on to the first full week of February. So there are two blank grid pages that we get in between the monthly calendar and the actual week. I haven't really found a use for these pages yet. I'm thinking if I should glue them together because let's see what I did for January. I don't think I used them for January either. Yeah, I didn't use them. And then when I used this planner from July through December of last year, I also didn't use these pages. So I'm not sure what to use these for. If you have any ideas, let me know. But I don't find myself flipping back to these pages, and I don't need it for notes or anything because I have pages that I use for notes inside the actual week. So not sure what to do with these, but we're just going to skip them for now and move on to February 2nd through the 8th. And we are going to get started. So I don't have anything to schedule this week, I don't think. I do want to write that I work from home on Wednesday. And I work in accounting, and this is month-end close. So month-end close was actually yesterday, the 30th of January. So that was yesterday, Friday. So this next week is going to be the month-end close process where we post all of our journal entries and things like that to record all the transactions and stuff. So this week is going to be busy. And when that happens, I usually don't schedule appointments or anything. One, because it would be close to impossible to get any time off approved for this week because it is so jam-packed and busy. And also because I don't really know my schedule. There are days where I have to work late and I don't know until that day comes. So I can't really schedule stuff after work either. So that's why this week looks pretty empty, and it might fill up, it might not, but I'm going to leave the space there in case I need it. All that to say, I'm going to decorate around it. So I am going to put some stickers here in the horizontal weekly as I always do, but I'm not going to take up the entire area for decoration. So on this side, I'm going to, I think, use this color. That's a pretty light pink, but I think it'll work. And then let's take the zig dot marker. This is where I put my weekly to-do list. And then I'm just going to write this week. I don't know what my focus and priorities are going to be. I usually know ahead of time what that's going to be. I guess because it's month-end close, it'll just be work related. But I'm not sure yet. So I'm not going to write it down. I'll think about it and write it closer to when the week actually starts. And this area changes every week. So I'm thinking I'll actually keep it the same as what I have it now, except my work area, which is quite small here. I just put a top 3. I'm going to make it a bigger area for work, and then my weekly chores that I do. So I think I'm just going to use the same color pink because this other pink is more like a dark, a grayish kind of pink. So I'm going to use the same color pink. And let's do it there. And for the checklist, let's do this color. These are for my chores. And then I can put a list for work. I actually don't think this color matches all that well. This is a cream color. And I don't think it matches the stickers because there's no cream in the stickers, but there's also no gray. So if I use gray, it also wouldn't match. So I'm just going to stick with what I've done already. But I'm going to go every other line for my work. And then this is going to be my notes area like it usually is. So these are chores. Oh, that is really sloppy. Let's see if I can use a sticker for that. How about... Okay, so I found the Pink Blooms sticker book by Live Love Posh, and I'm going to grab some boxes from here because I really don't like the way that turned out. So I'm going to use some of, let's see what color matches the stickers. I think these two, but let's use the lighter color. And let's just cover this up. Usually I don't care about stuff like that in my planner, but today we have the supplies to cover it, so we will. And can put it there. Like that. And then let's try this again. I'm thinking if I should take this marker, except take the opposite end of it and write with this. So this is for my chores. This is for work. And these are my notes. Now I know this pink color is hard to see on camera, but as long as I can see it in person, I think that's fine. And then before I put down the stickers, I am going to do the highlight that I do for my habits, which I don't have that many colors for this week. So I'm just going to go through this light pink, this darker pink. Well, it's not too much darker. It's just a different tone. And then gray. Let's see. I don't think that gray is going to really match, but I wanted something to break up all the pink. So let's do this. And how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. This is the second video that I'm filming today. The first video I filmed was the monthly calendar, and that was fun. It'll be a shorter video compared to this one. And then what do I want to put here? Last week, or this current week, I had a sticker for some extra habits that I could track. And that's what I was doing here. But I think I'm going to go back to putting my meals that I have for dinner here. And the habits that I'm going to track are tidy up, meds, vitamins, waking up early, creating art, reading, and exercising. And this is for my dinner. So now the functionality or the structure for the function is down. So we can do the fun part, which is putting down the stickers. So let's see. I do want to use some of these big flowers somewhere. I like these. These are duplicates, so I'm putting them kind of together. Okay, so down here, I could get away with using something really big. I think I like this one. And what do we want to put with it? I'm going to do this really bright pink. I'm just going to put some at the bottom here. And then there are these circle stickers. I believe we have some boxes too. Yeah, we have some boxes. Blossom and bloom. But this has the same sticker on it, the same design, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see, what else do we have? Not feeling any of those. So I might just be doing this one on its own. Like that. That is cute. I feel like it's quite dark in here though. Is this showing up? Apologies if the video is dark. I am filming at night, so I'm filming by my desk lamps, and I'm afraid it's not as bright as I would prefer. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing, but I think that sticker is really cute. So let's do some of these in between stickers, these petals along the horizontal weekly. Just to add a little decoration on that side. And let's use another smaller one down here. And I have this petal. I feel like there needs to be some kind of design down here on the washi tape. It just feels a little bit too plain. I wish I could tear it to have more of a jagged edge, but I feel like that is not the right solution. I don't know how to change this to make it better. You know what? I do have this grid washi tape. I wonder how this would look to break up all that pink. Let's try it and see. Let's just see how this looks. Like that. I like it. Yep, that's what it needed. So then we can do a similar thing on this side. But this time I am going to put down the grid first. And then I'm going to tear the pink in half to get that jagged edge. And then we can put it on top like that. Although it doesn't want to stick down now. Yeah, it doesn't want to stick to this washi tape. This pink washi tape that I got from Amazon is not the best quality, so it's not that sticky. So I'm just going to tear the grid so then the pink can stick down to the paper. I think it'll stick easier to the actual paper than to the washi tape. So let's do it like this. Yeah, that's better. Like that. And then we can do one of these really, really big ones. Or I could use one of these and put it vertically for the sidebar. I think what I want to do is maybe I'll use this one because it's on paper, so I could cover the washi tape a little bit at the bottom and then like put this in the middle kind of like that. I think that's cute. It does go into my work area quite a bit, but I think it's cute. And I think that's all I want to do on this page, although it is very bottom heavy. So I do want to put something at the top. We have this single flower here. I think I'm going to put it in the middle here. Let's actually do it like that. And then I think that's it. I am just going to write in a few things that I have to do this week. My focus will be on month-end close at work. For my priorities, I'm going to put journal catch up. I'm behind in my A6 Hobonichi Daily Journal. My plan was to catch up this week, and I've caught up a little bit, but I'm still technically behind. So I want to continue catching up next week. And I want to do more entries in my Happy Planner Mini. For chores, let's just write those in. Okay, so I wrote in a few chores, some work items, and I'm going to leave that there. There are things I have to do this week, but I need to do a brain dump first before I filter out things I want to do this week. And I usually do my weekly brain dump on the next page, which is a blank grid page that we get before the days start. So I'm going to decorate this, and I'm going to use the Simply Gilded washi tape on this one. And this decoration for this page is fairly simple. I usually just put something at the top and bottom. And then I use a checklist because my brain works better in checklist form. So that's how I start out my brain dumps. So let's just put this down. I do want a header, and we don't have headers in here. We have boxes, but no headers. So I'm going to get this book again And oh, we have checklists in here too. This might work. Or I could use a zig dot marker. I haven't decided yet, but I do want to get more of these. So let's use the light pink one. It's not the right color pink. Well, the washi tape is not the right color pink for the stickers. I'm rethinking how I want to do that. I'll leave it. It's just the notes page, so it's no big deal. And I think I'll use the zig dot marker for my checklist. So let's go here. And let's just go about halfway. Like that. I am going to use this side to write in the header. Then maybe we can put a couple of stickers and this page will be done. I'm just looking to see if there are quotes, and there aren't. We have this one that says, "Let your dream blossom," but I don't know how it's all boxed in on that sticker. So I think I might just do a flower. Like that. And this page is done. Unless there are quotes. In a different book that I can pull. I don't believe this book has any, so I would have to go through my other sticker books to find something. Yeah, and I don't really feel like doing that. So we are just going to leave this page as is and move on to the days. Now, lately, I've been putting washi tape at the top to cover up the day that's already there. And then I use stickers for the days of the week. I think I'm going to continue doing that. So for this page, I really like this grid with the pink. But I'm trying to figure out how to do that on this page. I think what I'll do is do this. Let's use the grid and the pink again. And this is enough to go over multiple pages. So let's just put the rest down here. And then let's do the same with the pink. This way, I get to have the pink that I want without it being too much, because this solid color washi tape can be a bit much. So then let's put this one down. And let's turn and put this down. Like that. And then at the top, I have the skinny washi tape we could use. Again, I have to tear off this end because it's not sticky. See how much this covers up? Not a lot, but that's fine. So over here, this will be the day of the week, and I'm using the Numbers and Days sticker book by Agenda 52, the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. And I have this set of pink left, which is surprising because I've used a lot of the pink days of the week. Pink is one of my favorite colors, so I'm surprised I even have these left, but I think they'll work nicely. And then for the numbers, I'm going to use gold from that same sticker book. This is the second. I think I kind of like it when the number is first. And over here, I'm not sure what to do. I don't think this bothers me, the fact that I can see through it. That actually doesn't bother me at all. So let's move on to Tuesday, putting down the washi tape. And I'm going to use this one, which is really pretty and matches the stickers exactly. I feel like this year, I can't believe January is over with and we are into February. I feel like I got a really slow start to, I think I wanted to use this one here. I think I wanted to use a different washi tape here at the top. Anyway, let's continue. I think I got a slow start to my goal planning this year, so I haven't really done much of what I planned on doing. I've gotten behind in my planners, which I should have known I would, because life never goes the way I plan. So I'm behind in, not my planner, I'm behind in my journals. This is the only, well, no, that's not true. There was a week I skipped in my Sterling ink planners. But I'm determined to stick with my books for the entire year, even if I have to backfill my memory keeper. So we have that. And I think I might actually switch out that light pink for this darker one. Although I think this one is a little too old because it's tearing. Let's see how this will look. I think this will look nice. So let's move this one. It really doesn't matter because they all kind of match with each other. But I'm going to move this one anyway. So we can move this to the next page so I don't waste it. Even though it barely covers anything, it does add some color to the top of the page. So we'll put it there. And then this might be silly, but I'm going to move this one over to the other side. Because I think it matches with this washi tape better because there's not a lot of decoration going on down on this washi tape. So this top one with the leaves make up for that. And because this washi tape has a lot going on in terms of the decoration, I can put this solid washi tape to kind of dampen the busyness of that washi tape. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but that's what my brain thought of, so that's what I'm doing. And I think that looks nice. So this is Tuesday, Wednesday. I will have to move Wednesday over a bit so I can fit the number. This is the 3rd and the 4th. And let's do Thursday, Friday. Well, Friday's done. Let's do Thursday. And for this one, I'm I'm going to use the Simply Gilded again. I don't know why these washi tapes unroll opposite directions. They're the same pattern. This one I put on a little bit too tight, so let's loosen it a little bit. And this one. And then let's do the weekend with this washi tape again. I feel like I'm being super quiet in this video, and I'm not sure why, because there is quite a bit going on. I like to keep my channel pretty upbeat, even when there's a lot going on. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot on my mind, but I'm choosing to just enjoy the moment, playing in my planners and playing with the washi tape and stickers and enjoying the bright colors. And so I'm trying to think of that and not focus on other stuff. Actually, I'm home alone right now. Jason is in Wisconsin with his brother and friend. They are watching a wrestling event, which is on streaming services, but they wanted to watch it on TV together. Why? I don't know. They could have just watched it together in their own homes and chatted on the phone while they did it, but I guess it was just an excuse for them to be able to hang out, which is nice. But it's a 2-hour drive to get there and back, and he's on his way home now. And I'm kind of worried only because it's dark outside. And, well, he doesn't have trouble driving in the dark. I do. So it's not an issue for him. I guess I'm projecting my own fears onto him. But when I have to drive when it's this dark outside, I don't like it. So I keep checking my watch and my phone to see if I'm getting any texts from him to make sure that he's doing okay driving. Not that he would text while driving, but that he would use his voice chat to text or call. So let's put those down. Let's put the numbers, and then we can get back to the fun, which is putting down the stickers. Stickers don't always like to stick down on washi tapes, so I might have to put glue on the back of these date covers. We'll see by the end of this if they stick down. And the 7th and 8th. Okay, so let's go back to here. And because I don't have any appointments or anything for this week, I just need a to-do list and a notes area. My to-do list is going to be my regular to-do list and then a work to-do list. I think I've enjoyed having my work stuff in my planner this past couple of weeks. So I think I'm going to continue that because I put a work to-do list on each day of this week, and that was really helpful actually. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I think I'm just going to use my highlighter and do 2 columns for to do and work. First, let me put down decoration because I don't know. I kind of want to put something in this top corner, but I don't know if I will find something suitable for that. So I'm just gathering all the flowers that we have. And we have a lot. So we don't have any corner pieces. I'm so used to Live, Love, Posh flower stickers that I look for that format when I see flower stickers, but I don't see any corner pieces. So I'm gonna see how this works. If I use this one, these are clearly sideways, so I can't really do that. So let's just do this. Let's see, I'm going to turn the book so I can see how far I want to go. I don't want to have to cut off too much. Okay, cute. That is really cute. And I think I want something down here. A lot of these flowers aren't as big as I would like because I want something down here. Let me put in my checklist now. So this will be to do. My work checklist will go underneath that. I am going to use this Zig dot marker. And then let's do my notes area. And what color do I want to use for notes? Do I want to use the same color? I could put one of these for my notes area. It would fit perfectly. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to do it. And it'll go right here. You will be able to see the highlight that I put there, but I don't really care about that. So like that. It's crooked, but it's cute. I really like that. And then my work area can go here. And let's put in our header. So this is to do, this is work. I do want a header for this, so I'm gonna have to go to the Live, Love, Posh book again, but let's use this color instead. And let's put it there, and let's just write notes. Like that. And this page is done. That is so cute. I really, really like that. I really do. I wouldn't mind a little bit of something on the page for decoration. But maybe this is enough. So let's just move on. If I think of something I want to add onto here, I can come back and add more decoration. But I think that's enough. That's cute. So for Tuesday, we have flowers and the washi tape at the bottom. So I don't want to do too much extra flowers, but I did like having this at the top. That was something different. I don't usually put any decoration up there besides the washi tape. So I could do something like that again. Or I could put it in the middle. No, I think I like it at the top. I like these flowers better. They seem more vibrant, but they're on clear. So you would be able to see through it, which I don't want. So these are the options that we have. Let's do this one. I want to put this one. I want to put this one near the day, but I am going to have to cut off some at the top. Like that. And then I just need a to-do list and a notes area. I keep doing that, but I could use a box again. And then my work to do. So let's put our checklist down. And for my work checklist, we can put it no, that's the wrong line. I'm going to white this out because that's the wrong line. It needs to go down one. I don't think I'm going to need this much space for work. Nowhere near that much space. At work, I usually do have a lot to do, but I make myself a top 3. And if I do that, it's a success. So I'm going to actually get rid of these check boxes and put decoration down there. So we have these circles, and then we have these boxes. So I'm thinking I like this one. Like that. That's cute. Everything is a little boxy, a little too structured for my liking, but it's cute nonetheless. Let's write in our headers to do work and notes and Wednesday. I do like to note when I work from home, so I do want a box or something at the top here. But other than that, I can just do a to-do list and notes. I do want to put glue on this because it keeps coming up. So let's do to-do list here, my work list there, and my notes there, along with a checklist. So that's all I'm going to do for my work checklist. So let's write in the headers. And this is notes. And I think I'm just going to put a flower bouquet here. I could use this circle to note that I work from home, but I think it's a little bit too big. So let's worry about that later. Let's put one of these big ones. Actually, let's do multiple. So let's do this one. And this one. I feel like I might need 3. Let's do this one. I think it's the same sticker, the same design, just a different color. Oh, you can't really see it because it's clear. So you can't really see when it overlaps like that. I didn't expect that. So let's see. I'm going to put these on the side of my desk and see if this comes up. These stickers are not known for coming back up, but I'm going to try. It's coming. Let's see. I'm going to hold the paper down tight and go slow. And it came back up. Oh, it's not that sticky anymore, but that's fine. Let's put it closer to the edge. Like that then, if I'm just going to use one. That's cute. Okay, so this page is done. That is cute. Oh, I didn't put my work from home. Let's do that. I think I'm just going to write it at the top here. So let's just do work from home. That's hard to see because this pink is so light. So I'm going to go over it with pen and just do that. I just like to be able to see at a glance that that is my work from home day. Even though it's the same every week, some days it changes, especially if I have an appointment and I need to switch the day that I work from home. And also looking back at this in the future, I want to remember that this was a work from home day. I'm looking for something maybe to cover that up. You know what? I could cut this in half and do it like this. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm actually going to white this out. And we're going to use a smaller half. Now that kind of looks the same, but I like it a little bit better. So let's put the other half back on the page in case I need it. And let's move on to Thursday, Friday. Now, I'm debating if I want to even film the rest of this because the pages will just be the same. So it's getting a little redundant because I'm not changing up the colors and I'm not changing up what I'm putting on each page. But I will film it just in case someone wants to see the process. So let's do that. And then let's use a zig dot marker again. But I need my blotting paper. And let's put down our checklists. And I think I might move this one down, but I'm not sure how far down I will have to go. So let's see. Oh, let's put in our headers first. This is to do. And I think I want to put a flower up here. That's why I wanted to hold off on putting in my work checklist. So these are the ones on paper stickers. And this I could use for my notes area. Unless I use it on the weekend. Yeah, I'll use this on the weekend instead. So we can put that to the side. So up here, what do I want to do? I have this one, which would be too big. So let's put that to the side. I like this, but that also would be pretty big. And then I like this one. And we can do it like that. And then I can put in my work to do right here. Now what decoration do I want to put on the rest of the page? I think I want something here. I think down here I can use this one. Then I still feel like there needs to be some kind of border or barrier between these. But I don't want to do too many flowers, but that's really all that I have as decorations. So I might as well do that. Maybe I could use one of these quotes. So let's use this one that says, "Love is in full bloom." And do I want it here or do I want it here? I think I want it here somewhere. Oh, maybe I could put this at the top instead. I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. But I do think I like this at the top. So let's see if I can lift up the sticker. I just tore it without tearing it too much. And then let's see how this looks here. I'm not sure if that's the correct placement I want it, but it's down now, so let's commit. I like that. That's cute. And then I'm actually going to take this one and put it here like that. That's cute. So I just tore this one. So let's put this off to the side on the side of my desk with the others. And what do we want here? I feel like I need something at the top. So let's use this one. And I have these on my desk, so maybe I can use these somehow. That's fine, but then I need something in this area, I think. So let's see if we can do a third flower without overcrowding it. We don't have any small ones, so maybe these petals? Okay, and then let's move on to the weekend. So on the weekend, I don't need my work list. So we will do a to-do list. Then on Saturday, I like to have a YouTube list, but let's see what decoration I'm going to put down the page first. That's my to-do list. It's my notes area. Oh, why did I do that? I forgot that I want to use this for my notes area on this day. And it will go right here. Like that. That is cute. I really, really like that. So this is my to-do. I'm actually going to have a 2-column to-do list because on Sundays I do kind of a reset, a weekly reset type thing. And there's more things that I need to get done. So let's do that. For Saturday, I want a floral. This one is really big, but I think I want to do something like this at the top. Like that. And I'll bring it down so I don't have to cut any of it off the top of the page. And underneath is where I can do my YouTube list. I do have a separate YouTube planner, but I have not been using that one. It's a B5 Sterling ink planner, but I haven't been using it. So I'm just going to put my YouTube list in here and see how that works. So let's do my checklist. And then a YouTube list. I think that's too long of a checklist. I won't need that much space, but let's put in our header. So this is to do. This is YouTube. This is notes. This is my notes area. So I am going to get a sticker again. And let's put it right there and write notes. And I think these pages are almost done. I do want something here. So I'm going to use this sticker that says, "Let your dreams blossom," and see how this fits. I think it's fine if I cover up that last checkbox. Like that. That is quite cute. This is a lot of pink. If you don't like pink, this is not the spread. This is not the spread to watch, but I think it's so cute. I really like this. I really, really like it. So there are a couple of things I do the same every week. So let's put film videos on Saturday. And I need to edit. I might film on Sunday too. So I'll write it and then edit. And I will upload it on Sunday also. I'll fill in my YouTube list later. Friday, I need to prep filming. Okay, so I've written in a few things, not a lot. I do prefer planning closer to the day. So I wrote in my recurring tasks that I do the same each week, but I didn't write in a lot of my daily stuff. So let's do a recap, and that'll be it from me. So let's clean up a little bit of this stuff. And by clean up, I mean move it out of frame. But let's just move this out of the way. And so this is the setup of the week of February 2nd through the 8th in my catch-all planner, which is a B6 horizontal plans by Just Scribble planner. And I love how this turned out. It is so pink, very, very pink, but I love that. Pink is one of my favorite colors, if you couldn't tell. So this is the weekly horizontal that I like because it allows me to see my week at a glance. I did write down a couple of work appointments that I have, but it's pretty blank because I don't schedule anything for the week of month end close at work because work is priority. It's really busy. I work late hours, and so I don't schedule much that week. Then this is where I put my weekly to-do list for items that I want to get done this week, but it doesn't matter what day I do them, or I don't yet know the due date for them. So I put those ideas and tasks here until I move them to the daily pages when I plan each day. Then we have the focus and priorities. Then for this area, it's like a checklist area that you get here, and then a grid area that you get here. So for this one, I broke it into chores and work. These are the weekly items I have to do for work, and then I will put these onto the daily work task list when I get there. And then this is a notes area. Then my habits are at the bottom. This is a blank grid page that I use as a brain dump. Then we get into the daily pages where I have a to-do list for personal stuff, a work to-do list, and then a notes area. The notes area I use mostly just as a rapid log of what happened this day so that when I'm filling in my memory keeper, I have something to reference so I can remember what happened this day besides just my to-do list. So that's what I use the notes area for. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I love how Friday turned out. Very, very cute. Saturday, Sunday. And on Saturday, Sunday, I did change it up a little bit just because I didn't need my work list. So I put a YouTube list for videos I want to film, which right now I'm mostly posting plan with me's in this planner, but I hope to get some other videos up in the next couple of weeks. And so this is what that list is for. And then I have a 2-column to-do list for Sunday because I do kind of a weekly reset type thing where I meal prep, I do deep cleaning for my chores, just things I need to prep for work for the next week. So I have a longer checklist on Sunday and a notes area. So that is all I have for you today. This was a long video, as my videos usually are, but I hope that you enjoyed it. And I really appreciate you hanging out with me and watching this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.